Blessings. This is Nubia, I, the Raw Food Goddess, the Womb Priestess, and the Holistic Practitioner. And yes, I am taking my daily walk through the streets of Brooklyn, New York. And it's fun. So if you see me looking elsewhere, it's because I'm watching where I'm going. Oh, I didn't bring my selfie stick. I should have brought my selfie stick. But anyway, it's about 6 p.m. in the evening. And this is my favorite block to walk up. It's a block in Brooklyn, in the Flatbush area, and it's so filled with trees. So I love it, and it's a nice day. It's not too hot, it's not too humid. It's got a breeze, but the sun is shining. It wasn't shining all day, so it was kind of partly cloudy and sunny. But anyway, you see how just because I'm in New York don't mean the weather report doesn't stop. Because it does. It keeps going. So yeah, I wanted to take you on the walk with me today. I had a fabulous day yesterday. I met with my sister and myself, of course. You know, I'm staying with my sister, so I met with my two aunts and my cousin and my brother, and my sister, myself, and my daughter, and they took her out for her graduation dinner, and they blessed her with much money. And you know, I was just thinking, like, you know, it's gonna sound corny, y'all, but you know how they say, you know, you've been looking for something and you had it all along, and you didn't know that you did, but you were looking for it, and it was always there, and you just forgot or didn't know. Well, this is kind of like what I realized yesterday was, as I sat at the table, so my daughter wanted Korean food, and she Googled and found a Korean vegan place, all vegan, and it was very traditional. You come in, you take off your shoes, and you sit at a very low table. It was really cool. It was rad, y'all. It was totally rad. And so you sit at a table and you just have a really good time, and the food was delicious. Of course, I just had a salad, but they had delicious vegan food, and I really enjoyed it. So anyway, I'm going across the street so that I could be safe. So if I pause, it's because I'm crossing. And so like I said, my family was there, my New York family, and you know, my aunt turns around and says, "We could never let this happen again. Never again." I'm thinking, never again have Korean food? Never again? I don't know. What is she saying? And I'm thinking, oh, okay, yeah. And I finally said, wait, what never again? What do you say never again? What do you mean? And she said, never again can you and Miriam stay away from us this long. Never again can it be this long that we stay apart. And oh my God, like y'all, I wanted to kind of cry. I was all feeling it, and I was sensitive. And I was realizing that every relationship I had since I left New York and, you know, made a life in California, I guess I was always like, when a relationship was ending, it was hard for me to let it go. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that I would be with someone and say, well, who's going to love me more than this person, right? Who's going to love me deeply? Who's going to make me feel that feeling of security and home and happiness? And I didn't know, which is so ironic. So yes, oops. So I didn't know. We got the kids going by. So I didn't know that I'm looking for it in this man, and you know, this relationship, and why is he, you know, I don't feel secure with this one or this one. I don't know how much he loves me, if he does love me, or how much, and I'm realizing all these things and reasons why I stayed in the relationship sometimes way longer than I needed to was because I was looking for this thing that I already had. And I think the reason why I could never find it was because if something is not lost, you know, how do you find it? If it's not lost, how do you find something that is not lost? I already had it. And it's my family. They love me unconditionally. They love me with all their hearts. They love me no matter what I do and how I eat and how I dress. And you know, now my aunt did say I was too skinny, and she was worried. And but I expect her. She's been saying that since I was 12, so it just kind of all works out. And so I learned such a valuable lesson about the very thing we look for is usually the very thing we already have. So life is pretty amazing and special when you realize that. And it felt so good to realize that. It felt so good to know that and to experience that. And so I feel so complete, you know. Remember I was telling you or talking to you about in that video an ode to my mother. And I was saying that I knew that New York had something for me, that there was something that I felt like I had lost or was missing or something I needed to reclaim. And then when I realized, when I finally reclaimed it, which is happening now, I'm running across the street, y'all, which is happening right now is, wow. So I don't know, you know, it's like sending a child out, you know, when they go to college or just out in the world, a young child, young adult, and knowing that you gave them everything. They know that you love them. They know that you always will be there for them. It makes that child walk a little prouder. It makes that child be a little more assured. And I think that that child in me forgot that I had everything I need. You know, when you're younger, you know, it's funny, like I lived in California for over 20 years, right? And, you know, now you think, why did I stay away so long? You know, and I mean, yes, to raise my daughter in a beautiful way. But, I mean, really, when I think about it, my family would have always made sure my daughter would be okay. Matter of fact, since my daughter was born, I never had to buy her my daughter's clothes because my family bought all of her clothes. They bought her school clothes for Christmas. They paid for all her books. If there was extracurricular activities, they paid for all of that. I mean, they have always been there. Sent me gifts and presents, my grown self, you know, and just, and when I don't come from a rich family, you know, or well-to-do, rich in love though, for sure. So it was just a loving, caring family. It's what family does when they can, when they, you know, do when they can. And it's just like, I'm just questioning, you know, did I think something was missing? I'm sure I know I had to discover myself for myself and raise my child. She was supposed to be raised in California. I mean, you know, that's kind of obvious now, but it wasn't so obvious then. And it wasn't so obvious of the love that my family always continues to bring me. That wasn't very obvious. And it wasn't that it wasn't obvious because it wasn't there. I just didn't know that it was. And so, wow, wow. So yeah, beautiful experiences here in New York. That meetup, y'all, was so powerful. That meetup was so amazing. Wow, like, so I'm gonna cross the street and make sure that I get across safely. So yeah, so I'll tell you about the meetup in a minute, but I wanted to tell you a little bit about just being in New York and my experiences. So yeah, I still sleep. I still stay up to 1 in the morning or sometimes 3. So I still do that. And I'm going to cross the street again. Yeah, I still stay up to 1 o'clock in the morning. Oh no, actually, let me go on Church Avenue because I want to pick up a few things. And I still, you know, so stay up late. So yeah, my sleeping is interesting, but I do something every day. I feel like I'm truly living. Like, I mean, it's either go downtown. We went to the city yesterday, and that's where we went to go to Koreatown to celebrate my daughter's graduation. I'm meeting my sister at work. I don't know, it's just, it's family, it's friends, it's meeting different subscribers. It's been the life, the full of lifeness that I desired and want. Is New York the perfect place? And is it a place I want to live? Not forever, but I realize the perfect place is where you are and how good you feel when you're there. And that's really the perfect place. And I know that now that I'm not here to look for this perfect one place to live, that I'm actually here to make and do the work of the Creator wherever I am. And so yeah, I lose a little sleep. The bags under the eyes will tell you, but it's so funny. I mean, I sleep on the couch, and why is it the most perfect thing to have? I don't have to have the life I had in California. I don't get to take a bath. I have to take showers every day. I don't get to sleep in. I could sleep in late, but it's hard for me to do that. I don't go to bed at the time that I would normally go. I go at the time when my body feels it and my family and I have finished, being with each other. And so I don't want what I had. I love what I got. And I've decided definitely that I'm going to stay most likely for the whole summer. So that really is the plan, to stay the whole summer. And anyway, just wanted to share some things with you. So as you all know, July 3rd, 2015, this Friday, starts the Fasting 101 Intensive. And so I'm going under the trees. You won't be able to see me. The Fasting 101 Intensive. And $97. It's on the website. You should really join. You should really join. It's going to be so amazing. And my body needs a fast. Yeah, so just the hours that I sleep now. What else? What else do I need a fast for? The sleeping hours, and what else? The eating more nuts, which I don't eat a lot of nuts normally. So the eating of nuts and seeds and those kinds of foods makes my body know that I need a nice juice fast and a juice break. So yes, I am at Caton Avenue, and right in front of me is a beautiful park, and I'm actually going to walk to the park and sit down and contemplate the meaning of life. I also, I walk all the time. Well, I said daily walk, so the walking is just the bomb diggity. So trying to find the sun here. Yeah, so anyway, signing off. Love you all very much. And yeah, vlogging and talking. Definitely bringing out the selfie stick next time, because it's going to be a lot easier if I had the stick instead of with my hands. It makes it more difficult to vlog and to walk. But yeah, life is really, really amazing, and I feel very content. I don't miss Cali, y'all, not even a little tiny itty bitty way, in any little way. I just don't miss it. I'm enjoying life just the way it is. All right, signing out. This is Nubia I, the Raw Food Goddess, crossing the street, the womb priestess and the holistic practitioner of the Blackberry Beauty Holistic Academy, ancient African healing and wisdom for the modern sister. Peace and blessings.